Hi everyone, it's Chuck Wells back again with another video. I'm just on a ball today. This is going to be my second video for today. My first video was talking about Rollercoin. Please do go back and check that out, learn more about that. As another opportunity for you to earn crypto. So let's get into what the video is today. And the video today is me plugging my own token, which is VoltaVTZ. And as you can see in the title, VoltaVTZ was created because of Safemoon. So I do have Safemoon, and I wish the best for Safemoon. I hope that they can reach the promises that they're promising everyone and promising me myself. But the reason why VoltaVTZ was created because of the frustration of Safemoon. I felt like, there's a huge community. They have a huge community, and things were just moving slow. So with me, I was saying, like, one thing about me is, like, a lot of people complain, but if you ain't trying to fix the problem, then, what's there to talk about? We can sit here and complain all day, but it's not going to change anything, So I took it upon myself and be like, you know what, I'm going to look into how I can create my own token. And that's what I've done. And hence, here it is, VoltaVTZ. But the issue is how do you get a community? Well, people got to know. If you have a store, but nobody knows about it, like let's say you have a friend, and then they be like, hey, what you doing these days? You be like, yeah, I just opened my own store. And they be like, I ain't never know anything about you had a store. Yeah, I got my own store. So it's one of those things. So I just have to put out information and put out videos and put out visuals for people can see what we got going on. And the thing is, it's all about creating utility for a token. Now, my thing was, it's good that, Safemoon, us as a community, we have a wallet, but there's so many things that could have been created. There could have been created maybe a staking. And I know maybe some people be like, well, what's the need for staking if you have reflections? Well, guess what staking does? Staking is designed to make sure that the token stays settled and not volatile. So, people are not just going in and out. The problem is if you don't have a lot of use of utility for a token, there's only one thing to do. It's to buy and sell. That's the only thing you have to do. And I mean, you have a wallet. Yeah, you can look at your tokens in a wallet, but you can do that on other platforms. There's other wallets out there that you can use. And so, my main goal is to create use of utility. But another thing, too, I have another idea or type of way that I'm trying to do the project. And basically try to create a foundation. So what's a foundation? Okay, so you have a community of people, and there's a lot of things out there, entities such as Facebook, Twitter, all these websites that are very popular. Well, why don't you just create that platform for your community so your community can use that? So create your own social media, create your own Twitter type site or whatnot for your community, and then what you do, you use entities such as Bing ads or Google ads, and you use that revenue from the community that are using the platform, and you put that into the liquidity of the token. You understand me? So, a lot of time when you come into the crypto space, there this notion that you want to be decentralized, and that's all fine and dandy, but we're decentralized as a community. Like everyone who's involved in VoltaVTZ, those are people who are partaking in it. But you shouldn't completely close yourself off to the centralized world, because the centralized world has an abundance of of things that we want to bring into our community. So, they have, a lot of resources that we can bring into our community, and it boils down to funds. If you want to decentralize yourself by completely being dApps, then only the community who's involved in that are going to produce money. And eventually, they're going to get to a point where they have received enough, they're getting enough residual income that they're not going to input more funds into the project, but yet you're still taking money from the project. So the only way for that project to be sustainable, there has to be money coming in, and that's basically leading to a pyramid scheme because, the people in the back are going to be the people bringing in the new money, and the people in the front is waiting on the people from the back to bring the money in. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't want that. You want to create a source or platforms where you're generating revenues from all these different centralized entities that there's an abundance of resources, abundance of money. So money is constantly coming into your project and that you can place into liquidity. Another thing, I know I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'm going to jump over to my site. And, I put a lot of time, a lot of money into the site. So, I think it looks great, but that's me, But we have 80-20 split liquidity locked for 5 years. And, maybe we might change it to indefinitely. We just need to see how the platform works because, we're based off what I first seen going on, and it'll be like, okay, how can we fix these issues? Okay. So what is the main goal of Volta? Volta is we're moving forward into the future. The thing is, you don't want to be a Blockbuster. You know what I mean? When Blockbuster refused to change when the red box came out and people was doing on demand. If they would have created a service where they was doing on demand along with it, they perhaps may be here today. So the thing is, we're moving to a generation where it's going to be more solar power. It's going to be more based on electric components. I mean, Cadillac are going full electric vehicles now. Full electric vehicles. So, we're moving in that zone. So one of the things that we're focusing on, we're going to focus on that. We're going to be leading headway. We're not going to wait till, and we do have the technology now, but it's not as great. But we don't want to wait till it's great. We want to get in early so that way we can benefit by investing early, and then we get that back in the long run. So I would like to see we look into technology and hopefully get involved in those things, and it can be something that can generate us a lot of revenue. One example could be instead of using power hungry miners, why not power supplies? Why not create a solar generating mining rig? That would be kind of cool. You know what I mean? And forever that mining rig is mining, that revenue can then be thrown into the liquidity pool, guys. This is the future that I see. I'm really, really, really enthusiastic about this idea, and I hope you can see that with me, expressing how I feel and where I would like the project to go. So, I would love for you guys to come to VoltaVTZ.com. It's going to be down into the description. And no, we don't have a huge liquidity pool. Right now, we don't have a liquidity pool. But what we do have, we have NFTs that are going to be coming out in the near future here, maybe in the next 2 months or so from the time that I'm doing this video. And what it's going to do, so we get the community, they buy the NFT, we use the money, we add liquidity to the pool. And immediately we get to creating an NFT game that you can play to earn. And there's a lot of aspects. I know there's a lot of NFT games out there that hasn't been sustainable. But see, that's the thing. When you're on the outside looking in, you can try to attack those problems that you see with these things. And one of the things being is that there's not a constant amount of money coming in. People buy the NFTs. They have a certain amount of money that they're going to put into this project, and then they earn. And then once again, no one is putting money into it once it gets to its height, but everybody's still taking money. Eventually, it dies out. You gotta break that cycle, guys. So let's get into the tokenomics, okay? So we have 5 categories. We have the liquidity, the burn, the reflections, the marketing and development wallet. This is very important because you're creating a entity where you can have money go into a fund that you can do things with. That was a problem with some of these tokens, is that they didn't have a dedicated wallet where you can go to, and then that way you don't have to tap into the liquidity that's supposed to be locked. Come on, guys. You're saying that, hey, it's going to be locked for 5 years. That means locked. I mean, you don't go and dibby dab in that. Okay, so you got that locked. Okay, and then you have your marketing development wallet, where funds will be going into on every transaction. And eventually, in the beginning, the reason why we did the 80-20 split, because there's unforeseen things that may happen that you may have not known, you know what I mean? And it may come your way. You have some type of thing to, tap into, where you can use that to make sure that this project doesn't go down. You don't want the project to fail. I mean, I want to be amongst the big names, like, the guy who created Ethereum, you know what I mean? Whoever created Bitcoin, you know what I mean? So, created Cardano. I want to be a big entity, and it takes us as a community to make this happen. So, also we have the community treasure chest. Now, this is where it gets exciting. So, with the community treasure chest, okay, at the time it was based on Teslas. Now, there's a lot of EVs, electric vehicles coming out. So we're going to leave that amongst the holders, what vehicles they want to do. Because Tesla is slowly getting more and more and more expensive as time goes on. So it all depends on where we're heading to. Like I said, we're heading to the future. So once the wallet reach 5 Teslas or whatever EV, 5 random wallets will be gifted a Tesla. Now, there's some terms that we're going to be later going up. Now, until we can get established to the point where we can have ambassadors, and maybe it may not be available in your area. So at that point, they will, if your wallet is chosen, you will be given a cash prize to your wallet. So it would just be a cash prize to your wallet. We don't have that all in the chambers yet. We're not even with liquidity yet. So we're not there yet. But we're going to get this thing rolling. This aspect here, the community treasure chest, mainly you would see with tokens like this, it would be mainly gifting to donations. Okay, that was one of the things where people was like, oh, I'm gonna get involved with this token because they're, it's kind of like you're being a philanthropist. You're giving back or whatnot. But I hate to put a dark cloud over any project, but anyone can create a foundation. Anyone. Like, let's say I want to, save endangered spiders, a particular species, I can create that foundation, and guess what? Now, I'm the one funding the money to my foundation, doing whatever I'm doing with it. So, you need to be careful about that. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to give to the people who's helping the project go along. We're going to be gifting to the community, so we're not going to do that. If you want to do donations, do that with your own money, but we're going to empower the community. It's going to be more powerful gifting someone a Tesla or any particular EV than it will be to gift someone else. Now a person have a car, now they can, go get a job, do whatever, and now they can make money that they can deliver to wherever they want to deliver to. Donate to wherever they want to donate to. So right now, here's our team. Our team is rather small right now. And how this team came about is just working, doing projects that we do. And then you start talking with people, and then you say, hey, you're very great work. Would you like to join the team? And that's how we get. So as time goes on, the team will be growing as we touch more people. We will begin a blockchain, person who would create the game. They may be added to it if they want to be a part of the team. So right now, here's our team. My team is rather small, but I'm telling you, I have great intentions to make this one of the biggest things to be talked about on YouTube to come. So right now we have a gaming faucet. You can head over to the gaming portal, and here you can play games. And when you play games, you will earn tokens, but you have to create an account. And once you create an account, you will get tokens. Also, what we have here is, gotta go back. I need to fix that where it's not just going to take you away from the main site. But we have Volta Social. So Volta Social is a social platform. You create an account over here. You can talk all about crypto, whatever you need to talk about, and you're going to earn tokens there as well. So right now, you're earning cash. You're going to earn cash for your actions right now, but in the meanwhile, it's going to be converted over to VTZs. So very exciting stuff. We have stuff already out the gate for you guys to do. So just head over, guys, get into this token. I mean, what's to lose? You're not adding any money or anything. Just sign up in our Twitter community. Keep following us. Keep updated on the new things that we got coming down the chain. And I'm telling you, my goal is to just impose a lot of different things for your token to be able to do. You can do so many things. I just want to make a big ecosystem of things that you can utilize VoltaVTZ tokens, and you can be prevalent, because the more transaction we get, the more reflections we're going to get, the faster people are going to be gifted tokens, and it just sounds very exciting. So this Chuck Wells signing out again. Check the description below to get more information, and holla.